Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Steins Gate Zero. We're in the shower, obviously, when we're following Suzuha, so I'm sure that'll make a lot of people happy. I think we're about to get some fan service, possibly. They did that in the last game. I guess maybe they'll do it here. But more importantly, in the last episode, we were following Suzuha as she continued to talk about Kagiri, look back on what happened with Kagiri, and it's very possible that she is watching her and everyone else, that she's working for the bad boys. I guess we'll explore that in this one, and we also learned what Dr. Leskinen was doing here in America, and I'm very suspicious of him again, even so I dropped all of my suspicions for him before. They all came back after that scene from the beginning of the last episode. Or no, it was the episode before. Yeah, it was 2 episodes ago. Anyways, let us continue. Suzuha sighed as she took her shower. Since it was summer, she'd get the water temperature low. It was barely any hotter than any tap water. As long as the water was pouring down on her, she could feel like all the bad memories were being washed away. She slapped her cheeks with both hands and turned off the water. The small tiled room suddenly became quiet. In the silence, she vigorously toweled off her hair. This building was never intended for anyone to live in. Not only was there very little room, but there wasn't even a place to change. It was small and there were no windows, and the steam from the shower room built up, making it an unpleasant sauna in summer. Supposedly, Itaru and Okabe would sit naked next to the fans to get away from the heat and moisture. Of course, that was only when the girls, as well as Luka Urishibata, weren't around. But Suzuha couldn't do that. There were those huge scars on her chest. If she was careless and Yuki saw them, she'd have a big problem. So she always forced herself to change within this small space. Which I'm sure is not fun. Uh-oh. The second she left the shower room, she realized something was wrong. The lights were off in the part behind the curtain where the lab room was. She was sure she had left all the lab lights on when she'd gone to take a shower. She didn't remember turning them off. Still completely naked, she flung open the curtain. She dropped to the floor, ready to move. She could tell by the light from the shower room that there was no one else there. She didn't hear any breathing. She didn't feel any other presence.
父さんが一度戻ってきたのか。
Or maybe the lights just went out. There is always that possibility. And then when he'd left, he turned off the lights? No, that couldn't be right. She looked around the room and saw that things had been moved in a way that an amateur wouldn't be able to notice. Itaru's computer desk, the sofa area, the bookshelves, even the mini kitchen, someone had gone through them all. From the look of it, the same was probably true of the development room. Suzuha glanced over all the areas where she kept her guns. The closest was the sofa that she used as a bed. She'd want to have one easily available if she was attacked while she slept, so she had cut out the back of one of the sofa cushions and hidden a suppressed semi-automatic pistol in it. It was just a .32 caliber for self-defense, so it wouldn't do damage unless you had good aim. But it was small and relatively quiet, which made it the best choice for a place like this. Suzuha tensed all of her muscles, coiling like a spring, and slowly moved towards the sofa without making a sound. As she did, she tried to notice any changes in the surrounding area. There was a small sound in the development room. It was a tiny, tiny creaking of the floor to which you'd usually pay no mind. But that was more than enough for Suzuha. In an instant, she moved from quiet to action. She cleared the distance to the sofa in an instant, and quickly drew her gun. She held it ready and slipped into the shadow of the refrigerator. From this position, she could barely see into the development room. Oh no. This fucking character. Who might be Moika. I don't really know, because she was wearing that suit back in Maho's ending. So she could have been the masked unknown female person yet again, just like in the original Steins Gate, just without the helmet in the first one, but would be the perpetrator here. The room became silent again, but this time the intruder in the other room didn't try to hide their presence.
おかしな真似をしたら撃つ。手を頭の上に。そのままゆっくり出てこい。
Suzuha threatened the intruder in a low voice, but the intruder seemed completely unconcerned as they exposed themselves to Suzuha's gaze. That is a very familiar voice.
この暑いのによくそんな格好をしていられるな。ヘルメットだけでも取ったらどうだ？
The intruder was wearing a motorcycle suit just like before. Even the helmet was the same. So, wait, was it all in this branch when this person was up? Oh, fuck, I'm getting a call. No! Whew, sorry about that. I got a call from Xfinity, and I'm not at my apartment, so that was all fun. Trying to talk to me about my internet, but my roommate's the one there. Anyways, that's something else. Back to this crazy stuff that's going on here. The intruder was wearing a motorcycle suit just like before. Even the helmet was the same. I think I already read that. But I was saying that I'm pretty sure this is... we saw this person already. Suzuha encountered this person back on the rooftop of the radio building. The leather suit clung tight to their skin, revealing a voluptuous and perfectly proportioned body. It was clearly a woman. Well, yeah.
あんたが探してるものだけどね。そこにはないよ。私の服のポケットだ。
Suzuha pointed toward the entrance to the shower room. The shirt she'd just taken off was lying there on the floor. The girl in the motorcycle suit turned her head, but because the face mask was down, Suzuha couldn't read her expression.
なあ、落としたらダメじゃないか。ママからもらった大切なものだろ。Kagari.
The second she spoke, Kagari Shiina was the first to move. Are we sure that's Kagari, though? Are we 100% sure? Because I'm thinking that might be Yuki. Maybe. I'm so suspicious of all the characters in this now. She drew a deglossed military knife that she must have been hiding behind her back, and closed the gap between herself and Suzuha in an instant. Suzuha pointed the gun at her legs and pulled the trigger, carefully aiming away from her vitals. She heard the small pop of a suppressed 32 and saw Kagari lose her balance and fall. Or she thought she did, but it was a feint. She'd only pretended to lose her balance. In fact, she'd changed directions and was heading for the shower room. It seemed her first goal was to get what she'd come for.
これは
After firing only one shot, Suzuha realized even a 32 should have more recoil than this. She fired again, but Kagari didn't flinch even for a moment.
ブランクカートリッジ。どうして？
At some point, all the bullets in Suzuha's gun had been swapped with blanks. That instant's panic was all it took. Kagari reached out for the shirt on the floor in front of the shower room. Suzuha gave up on firing and flung the gun at Kagari. There was a dull thud as the hard barrel slammed into her neck. Caught off balance, she staggered before she could grab the shirt. Is it Kagari? I don't know. I mean, the sound coming from this character, I don't know. She could hear Kagari's voice for the first time from within the helmet. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of everything now. Again. Suzuha jumped. She kicked the off-balance Kagari as hard as she could with her toned, muscled legs. This was no time to hold back. Yikes! Kaguri went flying all the way to the edge of the room. That had to have broken a few ribs. Or something at least. Suzuha jumped toward her to continue her attack. But with terrifying speed, Kaguri leapt off the ground and charged at Suzuha. There wasn't enough time to come to a full stop. Yo, what the hell? A sharp blade swept by, mere centimeters from her exposed abdomen. If she'd pulled back even a few tenths of a second later, the knife would have fatally sliced open her gut.
Oh my!
We're really getting into the harsh words now. The blood rushed to Suzuha's head. Kaguri was serious. She was planning to kill her. There was no hesitation in her movements. Suzuha leapt back and searched for something she could use as a weapon. But the other guns were probably no different. There was a good chance they'd all had their ammo swapped with blanks too. Excuse me on that one. I was fucking up. It was even possible that all her self-defense knives had been taken too. Which left? There were several knives carefully stored in the kitchen. Yuki had brought them... there's a period there. Yuki had brought them over to use in teaching the other girls how to cook. But Kaguri had evidently noticed them as well, and she was moving to keep Suzuha from reaching them.
へえ、ずいぶん離れしてるじゃないか。とてもマシンの中でベソベソ泣いてた子供とは思えないな。驚いたよ。
Suzuha kept her distance from Kaguri as she slowly moved along the wall. Her competitive drive burned even brighter as she tried to come up with a way to overcome her disadvantage.
ほら、カガリ、これだろ。
She picked up her shirt from in front of the shower room and took the green keychain out of its pockets. Maybe it is Kaguri. I don't know. Her fingers moved as if to crush it. She could see Kaguri twitch. For the first time, she could detect a hint of emotion beyond the helmet. And in an instant, she threw it at Kaguri's stomach. The keychain flew in a slow arc, like she was tossing it to a friend. If something they loved was thrown like that, even the fiercest warrior would instinctively reach out both hands to grab it. Kaguri was no exception. She carefully held her mother's memento in both her empty left hand and the right hand that still clutched the knife. Using the slow arc of the keychain as camouflage, Suzuha ran at her in a straight line. Her right fist connected hard with Kaguri's stomach. Then her left arm smashed Kaguri's head to the side. Kaguri's body fell to the ground, her right shoulder taking the brunt of the fall. Suzuha could hear the sound of her joint dislocating. The knife slipped from her grasp. Yo, what the fuck? Suzuha got behind her and mounted her, twisting her right arm mercilessly. I guess this is what we've all been waiting for, right? I guess so. At the same time, she slipped her own left arm around Kaguri's neck and squeezed hard. I never realized how long Suzuha's hair was. Goddamn. Yes, I know, that's what I noticed. She could hear something like a moan from Kaguri's throat. She could both hear and feel the bones in her arm and neck creaking. But Kaguri picked up the knife on the floor with her left hand and once again tried to use it on Suzuha. Suzuha was forced to squeeze her arm and neck even harder.
もうやめろ、カガリ。今の私にはお前の気持ちだってわかるんだ。でもやっぱりそれは間違ってる。間違ってるんだ。
But Kaguri didn't stop. If anything, she tried even harder to pull Suzuha away.
こいつ、一体どんな訓練を受けてきたんだ。
even in all the battles she'd been in, this much pressure on 2 different spots was enough to get even the toughest soldier to submit or fall unconscious. Terrified, Suzuha squeezed even harder. At this rate, she wouldn't simply knock her out. She really would kill Kagari. Yeah, just do it. Fuck it. But if she stopped, Kagari would kill her. What should she do? Yeah, fucking end her life. Maybe that is Kagari. I don't know why I thought it was Yuki. And then she heard a sad, weak voice from inside the helmet. It startled her. She relaxed both her arms. But that was just what Kagari had hoped for. The knife came very close to cutting Suzuha's left arm. When she let go to dodge it, Kagari took her off and kicked at her hips with both legs. Suzuha was slammed back hard into the computer desk, and for a moment she couldn't breathe. She fell to the floor, and the printer and monitor crashed mercilessly into her naked body. Man, this really is like an absolutely different Kagari than what we're used to. But if this was her all along, I've got a lot of questions. She forced herself to stand up, gasping hard as she did so. Kagari's breathing was heavy too. Her right arm was pointed at an impossible direction, and hanging limp. She wouldn't be able to use it for a while, probably. But her left arm was still holding the knife.
お前、随分と汚い真似まで覚えたんだな。
Suzuha glared at Kagari's face. Not that she could see what it looked like behind that helmet. Good response. The two of them fell silent as they tried to catch their breath. The tension in the air was so thick that it was difficult to move a muscle. Sweat rolled down her forehead and into her eyes, but she still didn't blink as she waited for Kagari to make her next move. It was the sound of the front door opening that broke their stalemate.
Oi, Suzuha! 今すごい音しなかった?
Suzuha felt a chill run down her spine when she heard Itaru's voice.
あれ? なんで真っ暗なん?
ダメだ、父さん。来ちゃダメ。
Yeah, this isn't good. She yelled at the exact same instant he turned on the lights. The sudden brightness was enough to make Suzuha flinch for an instant. Kagari was wearing a full-face helmet, and that made all the difference. She leapt toward Itaru just a moment before Suzuha. Kagari's black knife went up to his throat. Kagari spun around behind him, using Itaru's huge body as a shield. Suzuha staggered toward him, gritting her teeth.
その手を離せ、Kagari.
Hitting us with that silent treatment yet again.
父さんに傷一つでも負わせてみろ。たとえお前でも本当に殺す。
Still getting that silent treatment. But Kagari remained silent as she headed outside the door with her hostage. And then in the next moment, she shoved him forward. Itaru lost his balance and fell towards Suzuha. Suzuha fell to the ground underneath his weight. Itaru just barely managed to support himself with his arms and legs to keep from crushing her. Suzuha tried to shove him off using a little more force than she may have intended. But Itaru was so huge it would take him a moment to get up. She was getting away. She somehow managed to crawl out from under him and quickly tried to follow after Kagari. Itaru was still lying on the ground as he tossed the naked Suzuha her shirt. She grabbed it and quickly put it on, then ran outside. But when she looked around the street, the girl and the motorcycle others wasn't there. There was no way to even know where she'd gone.
逃げられた。
It would be dangerous to run around trying to find her now. There was a chance Itaru would be attacked while she wasn't at the lab.
今のってまさかかがりたん？
Itaru came outside as well.
多分間違いない。
そっか。
結局あの子とはこうなっちゃうんだな。
The bruises and wounds were bad enough, but the pain that ached in her heart was the worst of all.
私さ、あの子のこと本当に好きだったんだ。
Well, I didn't. She was annoying. Goddamn. Sorry, I keep on getting water. I'm really thirsty.
小さくても勇敢で、マユ姉さんを守るためにいつも頑張ってて、私もそんなあの子にいろいろなことを教えた。きっと妹みたいに思ってた。けどあいつはもう完全に敵だ。
Itaru straightened up her shirt sleeves.
今の鈴葉、なんかエロゲーの地上キャラっぽい格好になってるよ。
Suzuha was caught completely off guard. True, her t-shirt only came down to just below her hips, roughly the length of a miniskirt. Her breasts were almost completely bared. The shirt's hem was turned up, and she felt exposed.
まあ僕は地上物も結構いける口なんで、乱れた裸 T シャツというのもありといえばありですが、むふー。
Fucking Daru. I knew it was gonna come out of him eventually.
大怪我してたかもしれないのに。
But Itaru shook his head.
僕さっきはナイフ見て騒いじゃったけど、でも怖がる必要なかったんじゃないかなって。あれがもし僕の聞き間違いじゃなかったら。
Itaru rubbed the part of his neck where the knife blade was.
ナイフを突きつけられてた時、ほんの少しだけど聞こえたんだよ。
何が？
彼女、多分泣いてた。
え？
Crying? Under that helmet? After that whole battle with Suzuha? While holding a knife to Itaru's neck. But why?
だからさ、決めつけるのはまだ早いんじゃね？
父さん。
の？
アイス買ってきてくれた？バニラ。
ああ、もちろん。
食べたいな。私ちょっと疲れちゃった。
And then she almost fell forward.
で、
Itaru managed to catch her before she hit the ground.
おい、鈴葉。
ごめん、平気。でも少しだけ休ませて。
Wonder what's up with Suzuha there. That was all the energy she had to... Or that was all she had the energy to say. She closed her eyes in her dad's arms, and her consciousness melted away. I was thinking before when she was very sick, that maybe she's very sick because she doesn't belong in this time. Maybe it's that. When July came, the sun shone down even harder on eastern Japan. Summer was truly here. The news had been saying for days that the heat island effect might make this the hottest summer in years. And then on the first Sunday in July, I met with Maho in Akihabara. Oh shit! She's wearing her summer clothes, and she doesn't have a older sprite to rely on. Talking about Mayuri there. Still very disappointed on that. I was waiting at the open cafe at the UPX when Maho arrived. She was a little late.
Okabe-san!
久しぶり。
She ordered an iced coffee and took a deep breath.
と言っても、いつもビデオチャットで顔は合わせてるが。
そうね。あまり久しぶりという感じはしないわ。
Her habit of paying no attention to her clothes or looks hadn't changed at all in the last 6 months. People were going to think she was an elementary school kid who decided to go play at a friend's house. But it would upset her if I said that, so I never would.
まさかこっちに来てるとは思わなかったよ。偶然レスキネン教授と会わなかったら今も知らないままだった。
落ち着いたら連絡するつもりだったのよ。クリスのことで定期的な連絡はいずれにせよしなければならないのだし。
今回は新型脳炎の研究だって。
レスキネン教授はね。私はその助手という立場だけど、どちらかというとアマデウス担当。何か不具合はない？と言ってもこれもいつも報告は受けているから大体の状況は分かっているつもりだけれど。
ああ、特に問題ない。最近はクリスの相手をするのに苦労してるけどな。
ちょっと。
Uh-oh. I heard a voice from my smartphone, which I'd placed on the table.
苦労ってどういう意味？
I'd left the Amadeus app turned on. Of course, Kirisu could hear everything we said.
最初に会った頃よりちょっと口調がきつくなってきてる気がする。
あんたが勝手に私にビビってるだけでしょ？
かもな。
It was turning into our old relationship in the Alpha World line, where we fought all the time. I was starting to lose track of whether that was a good or bad thing for me. I thought I was trying to forget about Kirisu.
ヒアジョーさんは初めて会った時の方が口調はきつかったな。
あれは初対面の人には先輩はきついのよ。なぜかというと年相応に見てもらえないから。
Huh? The two of them spoke in unison.
だからついカリカリしちゃうのよ。ある程度親しくなれば容姿のことも言われなくなるでしょ。だから心穏やかに話せるというだけ。
I guess I was right not to comment on her outfit. That was a close call.
アマデウスの話に戻すけど、クリスの口調がきつくなったというのは面白い兆候だわ。私や教授の前では見せない一面なわけでしょ。それだけ深く心を開いているとも言えるかもしれない。開いてません。
Maho simply smiled and ignored her.
そうした心の動きをプログラムとして解析できるから、私や教授と話しているだけでは決して見られなかった変化だわ。それだけで岡部さんにテストを続けてもらった価値もあるというものよ。
そんなものか。
レスキネン教授もその点を高く評価していたわ。過大評価だと思いますが、実際私と話す時も文句や愚痴が多いですし、あまり男らしくないというか。
Ouch. Well, I knew my personality had gotten a bit negative, especially given what I've been through. But did you really need to say that to Maho right now? An eye for an eye it is then.
ちなみに今まで報告していなかったことがあるんだが。
何かしら。
これはおそらくヒアジョーさんやレスキネン教授も把握していないことだと思う。
待って、あんた何の話をしようとしてるの？真帆先輩や教授が把握していないことって、私についての？
栗ご飯とカメハメハ といえばわかるか？
Oof. A few weeks ago, I'd actually searched for Kiri Gohan and Kamehameha on a whim. It was the handle Kirisu had used on that channel when she was still alive. From what I'd seen, the comment started in the summer of 2008, then abruptly stopped in July of 2010. And then started up again in December of that same year. Even now, in July 2011, they were still appearing. If it wasn't Kirisu's ghost, and it wasn't an imposter, then the one who could be writing those posts was...
Okabe Rintaro さん、ちょっと二人だけで話をしましょうか。
やっぱりお前の仕業だったか。さすがに黙っているのはまずいんじゃないか。
真帆先輩に報告するなんてもっとまずいわよ。
なんで？
私がアートチャンネルを見てることが一言も教えてないからに決まってるでしょ。
堂々としていればいいじゃないか。アットチャンネルを見るのも書き込むのも別に犯罪じゃないんだし。そうだろ？アットチャンネラークリス。
あったね。次にその呼び方したらあることないことアットちゃんに書き込んでやるわよ。
それこそ犯罪一歩手前の行為だろ
I couldn't help but laugh. Conversations like this brought back so many memories. I used to be so full of myself that I'd tick off Kirisu all the time.
ねえ、一体何の話？何でもありません。気にしないでください。海馬からきれいさっぱり今日の記憶を葬り去ってください。
隠していたっていつかはバレるぞ。
あんたはいいから黙りなさい。やっぱりあなたたち半年前よりずっと仲良くなっているわね。
Yeah, it seems so. After all the issues that they did have, because Okabe was unsure of whether or not he should even talk to her.
先輩、すみません。どうして謝るの？あ、いえ、せっかく岡部と真帆先輩久々に会ったのに私ばかり話してしまって。というわけで、あとはお二人でごゆっくりどうぞ。別にそんなつもりで言ったんじゃないわよ。それもこれも岡部が変なことを言い出したせいね。
そうなのか。栗ご飯とカメハメハ。
Wow, what lovely noises.
お願いだから言わないで。
Just like the real Kirisu, she was strangely obsessed with hiding the fact that she was an @channeler.
ちょっと頭を冷やしたいので一度切りますね。失礼します。
Kirisu disappeared from the screen. Kirisu had been kind of rude lately, so it felt good to have a chance to get back at her. If I overdid it, she was probably going to hold a grudge, so this was likely a good place to stop.
栗ご飯って何なのよ。
どうしても知りたかったらクリスに聞いてくれ。
If I explained it, she'd probably get mad and refuse to talk to me again.
それで今回はどれぐらいの間こっちに滞在することになりそうなんだ？
前よりも長くなるかもしれないわね。レスキネン教授が研究している新型脳炎は未だに詳しいことがほとんど分かっていないようだから、もしかしたら私だけ先に帰らされる可能性もあるけど。
時間があったらラボにも顔を出してみるといい。ダルやマユリもきっと喜ぶはずだ。
マユリさんはともかく橋田さんはどうかしら。
Oh yeah, no worries. Maho is finally starting to understand Daru's true nature. Speaking of Daru, he should be on a date with Yuki Amane right now.
ちなみにクリスのノート PC はその後どうしたの？
あれは破棄したよ。
Hell yeah.
それが一番いい判断だったんだ。前にそう話しただろう。
そうね。
She looked down, a sad expression on her face. I told her I was going to do it ahead of time, but it still must have upset her to see one of the last things she had to remember Kirisu by destroyed. But it was for the best. It was, hopefully. Now we're following Suzuha again. Alrighty, well, we're going to end it here. I think we're out of time. I'm not exactly sure since I got a call at some point in this recording session. So thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.